Welcome, my name is Kayla Cullen, and you can find me online on any social media platform. I teach like you mean it, all one word. Today I want to share about my most recent classroom transformation. I have already kind of gathered furniture over the years in my different classrooms. My husband does a great job looking on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace for furniture for my classroom, and we found some very solid, awesome pieces for free or way discounted because they were used. Some of that furniture followed me room to room. I also inherited some awesome white furniture that was in the classroom. In the end, there were only a few things that I had to buy for this transformation. I bought paint and painting supplies, which ended up being about $100. I also bought the wallpaper. It's peel and stick wallpaper from Amazon. That's the white shiplap. And I think I had to end up using a little shy of 5 rolls, but I bought 6 and ended up using some of it on the whiteboard, which means that I spent a little over $100 on the wallpaper as well. The other major purchase were the white, modern-looking chairs that you see in the classroom. They were on Amazon as well. I believe I ended up spending about $180 for the 12 of those chairs, which is a pretty awesome deal considering at Target or other places they can be up to $80 for just one. Final big purchase, which wasn't really too big, was just the things that you see on the wall, like the empathy letters and some of the plants and some of the picture frames. I also bought a bunch of real plants from Home Depot when they were 3 for $12, so I have some house plants on there. So overall, this classroom transformation was about a $500 transformation, but I'm really excited to show you the process. Day one can be one of the most overwhelming days of a room transformation because it's a lot of just looking through what you have and getting things ready to even start the transformation. On day one, I did a lot of just moving furniture to the middle of the room and then cleaning walls and taping them off for painting. I also got my dark walls done on that first day. I used a paint that I've used before. It's actually the same color that's behind me, and it's called Semi-Sweet. I buy it from Lowe's, and I painted 3 of my walls that color. On day 2, I started getting my accent wall done while my husband helped me finish up the trim of the dark walls. So I wanted my accent wall to be white shiplap, and that wall at the time was a chalkboard wall, and I wanted to be able to just leave it as a chalkboard wall and put the white shiplap over top. Unfortunately, the white shiplap wallpaper was too transparent, and so the wall behind needed to be white. So I went and got 1 gallon of white primer, and I put the primer up on that wall on that day first. On day 3, I got my husband's help to put the wallpaper up. A big lesson learned, at least with this specific wallpaper, we should have cut it into chunks, into sections, and put it up section by section. We tried to do 1 long strip across the whole width of the wall, which is about 30 feet, and in the process, it was impossible to keep it from wrinkling. As we got it up there, it had lots and lots of wrinkles, and I spent some time at the end of that day and the beginning of the next just cutting sections out and putting new pieces over top and lining it up just right without wrinkles to try to get it all out. But there are still a couple spots that have the wrinkles. Putting the furniture together didn't take too much work because it was mostly those 12 chairs that I had ordered on Amazon, and it just takes screwing in the legs onto the seat. And then I have my World Market wood and stool table that's been in 4 different classrooms with me. We found that one on Craigslist, and it takes 2 people to put together just to get the bolts in. It's very heavy duty with wood and metal. Other than that, it was just kind of moving around the furniture that I already had. In every classroom that I've had, I've used these indoor-outdoor string lights from Costco, 4 different rooms, and I've loved them in every room, and they always look amazing. I just assumed I would use them in this room as well. This is also the first year where I've had this kind of ceiling, where it's just a normal ceiling, where I actually use screw-in hooks. I spent all the time up and down the ladder, screwing in hooks into the ceiling to be able to get these string lights up. Once I got them up, I realized I didn't actually like the way it looked. The lights are warm, which means they glow kind of orange. And in this room, I really like how bright it is and how much white there is. After all that work, I decided that the lights were not helping, that I actually liked it better without. So I went back up on the ladder, up and down, and I took all the lights down. I left the hooks up there in case I decide to do something with them, but for the moment, I have the lights down, and I might put them in my innovation lab next door. My favorite part of any classroom transformation is when you get all the big bulky stuff done, like painting or wallpaper or furniture, and you can just go around and look at all the little details of things that you can change. On this day, that's one of my favorite things. When I put up the empathy letters, I got to put up the different frames and whiteboards and bulletin board and plants that went on the wall. The room was done in 7 days. I know deep down that it's never ever truly done, and I'm sure there'll be lots of other details that I'll be changing along the way. We are also going to be looking for one more table to put into the classroom, and when that comes in, there might be some rearranging. But for now, I am off to go enjoy my summer and just know that I have this space ready for my students that I can't wait to meet.